Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Rule of Waves 2 as Austria-Hungary, episode number 40-something. There have been a few opinions posted about the light cruiser design that we made. A couple people suggesting maybe torpedo defense should be increased. I have to say, first of all, I didn't even consider it, and it's not a bad suggestion. However, I think what we'll find is it's prohibitive on lighter ships. We can check. Excuse me. We can check, but I think that it'll like really mess up the tonnage. 8,500. I don't know if I was to randomly throw out a breakpoint for putting torpedo protection on. I'd probably say 10,000. And my gut tells me that it's better to just jump right to torpedo protection 2. Torpedo protection 1. I think for the money you might as well just get the second one. So, boy, I did not remember that our funds were so tight. My goodness. But we did just get out of a war. It was another successful one. The Austro-Hungarian, I mean, in this fictitious timeline, this alternate history, Austria-Hungary is really taking names and kicking butt. So, it looks like the only people we can fight in order to expand, someone mentioned this as well, in the Mediterranean would be Germany or France. So we should try to pick a fight with one of those two. I would be pretty happy to go up against Germany, actually. And for the money, maybe I'll just... So I think that right now, maybe the United States is the most technologically advanced. Very advanced, very advanced. Okay, so they allow... They say that Britain might as well be, might also be. Okay, so we'll just try to steal technology from both of them, and then we'll try to piss off Germany since they're higher up. France would be a joke. I don't think we'd have any problems beating them. Would be nice to take the German holdings, and Germany would be easier from the perspective that they are not going to have as big of a presence in the Mediterranean. Now, the other thing that was mentioned about the light cruiser, which we'll get to probably when the design comes back up, was about using anti-aircraft guns other than the dual purpose. And this is a bit of a methodology. This is like a playstyle opinion. I mean, I see the merit in adding light or medium AA to the light cruisers. It's not for me. And actually, for the way I like to play the game, I think it would be inefficient to do so. And my justification here is, if all I want my light cruisers to do is to protect other ships. They are essentially like Atlanta-class stuff. I mean, when you get this insane number of dual-purpose guns in the secondary positions, those 4-inch ones. Let me try to move forward at least while I'm talking. Take somebody else off. Who will it be? Who? I think we'll put one of my new ones here. The namesake, I guess. Good enough. Oh yeah, that's right. Disarm it. Okay, so I'm building a battleship. I honestly, I don't even remember what I'm building. Oh. I can't scrap that guy. Oh man, we're too far in. Plus, if they say anything like ships over 12,000 tons, no, we are not. We cannot be a part of that. So we won't be. Of course, everybody but Germany gains... Well, not everyone, but Germany did not go up in tensions, which is unfortunate. Are we researching a new aircraft type? We are not. So this is a lot of aircraft that are not... I mean, we would probably have to obsolete some people here. Like, you are probably worse. Yeah, worse in every way. Let's obsolete you. Flying boat versus flying boat. So this is versus the top. Better. Okay, good. That makes that decision pretty easy. This dive bomber is under development, so not quite ready. Do we have anything else which is duplicate? Torpedo bombers. Better. Ooh, not better. But very comparable. Better. The same. And I think that that's enough evidence that the old one will be obsoleted. Okay, so we can obsolete the old dive bomber too. It doesn't really matter. So this is versus the bottom one. It's worse. Better in terms of range though. That's funny. I do remember. And actually it has some better combat statistics as well. Good reliability. This is one I think I'm going to keep. Not necessarily like in the super long term, but I think we're looking for a better dive bomber than either of these. Usually if I have two that are comparable, my line of reasoning is I haven't gotten something spectacular enough to be unique, so I need something better. Okay, so medium bombers are one of the older things, and I think that these are going to start to become very effective in the battles. I like the two 1,400-pound bombs, actually. Let's go with a new medium bomber, because it'll be pretty prevalent in my land bases. Let's go for bomb load and speed. Do I want to do it the other way around? Speed, reliability, speed. So I think speed is important. Let's go with speed and reliability. It's kind of a weird thing to choose for a medium bomber. I mean, neither of those are really what you want a medium bomber. Well, reliability, if sure, but speed, and then the fact that I was bypassing things like bomb load or range. The thing I'm counting on is that the range will be high enough just because of the medium bomber type itself. So that's the rationale there. I also think it's probably time for us to revisit our air bases. Let's take a look. So we can get all of these up to 80. I think I should just do that, since this is what it comes down to at this point, is pretty much everything is going to be a fight for our near land. Gibraltar, yeah. Missile I'm not going to do. We'll definitely take our home base. We could probably do Fiume. I think, is Fiume, is it like considered home as well? Oh yeah, it's definitely home area. Okay, good. It's far back there though. So Polo actually covers everything for us, so I won't do that. Okay. So this is Dalmatia. Is Dalmatia considered? It's not considered a home. Damn. Funny. Okay. So we have Pola, which is going to be the only airbase which gets like a slight discount. We still need all these other ones though. Yeah, we need that one as well. So we'll expand those, and then in a little while we'll have to go and probably put like more medium bombers, which is going to be like insane maintenance costs. But this is the joke about the Mediterranean: is it's like you got land-based aircraft. I mean, you have aircraft carriers effectively everywhere. You know, the land air bases. Reduce spending, you silly folks. Italy? Don't really want to go back to war with Italy. Yeah, so we'll adjust. Okay, so we do want to go over and do that. Okay, so you're done. So rework design. Did anything happen? No, you're still at 0. Yeah, so first of all, I don't plan to make any changes to this, so I think we're going to keep it as is. The suggestions, as I said, the main ones that I think were, it's worth at least considering these, is to increase the number of like self-protecting AA guns, whereas I'm only interested in, and this is actually pretty good as far as like self-defense goes. If you're putting up a whole bunch of flak, at least it's going to help a little bit for even if they're attacking you. So if you're off by yourself, at least you put up the heavy fire first. Then on top of that, changing the torpedo defense. Let's see how much. Okay, it's only 300. If I was to chase that, how much would it be? Yeah, it would be 600. This would be a completely new redesign. It wouldn't it doesn't count as a change. $600. So let me look at the difference in the cost. 37.7. This is actually very expensive for a light cruiser. I'm used to them being in the mid-20s, but I'm also used to the mid-20s because that's what they cost in like 1920. I guess there's a way we could get away with torpedo defense 1. We could drop down to speed of 30. And speed of 30 is plenty. Yeah, I mean, what in our Navy even goes 30? It's always nice to have light cruisers that can go a little bit faster. Not always necessary, but... Maybe 6. Does it actually allow me to do that? Okay, I don't want to save this design. I do not want to redo. I don't think I'm going to redo. Okay. All right. So what are we doing here? This would be a drop of speed from 31 to 30 and an increase of torpedo defense. How much would it be? See, torpedo defense 2, it really is too cheap to not get. I think if you're going to make the move, you got to make it all the way. We're not that far off, especially if you just take out the mines, although I do want the mines. I guess I can increase this a little bit. It's not like it matters. If you were to redo this, it'd be, again, it'll just be a new class from scratch. Okay, so now we can get 63. Huh. 36.7. Okay, that's... Isn't that something? So this light cruiser will end up being cheaper because of that one knot of speed being so expensive, and the maintenance cost will go up accordingly too. Getting torpedo defense 2 on the light cruisers is like, I mean, is it even worth it? Okay, light cruisers, let's think. How often do I lose light cruisers? And usually what do I lose them to? That's the best. So when I'm doing battleships and like carriers and all that, to me it's like torpedo defense infinity is what I'm going for, because the ratio of ships I lose to torpedoes versus anything else is so high that I would just by the numbers, I should be sacrificing armor even to have better torpedo defense. So really probably what I should do is do torpedo defense 4 and then put the speed up 2 or 3 knots higher than I actually want, and then bulge it just to get better torpedo defense. I'm not sure if bulging on torpedo defense 4 makes it torpedo defense 5. That's how I view it, but maybe you max out at 4. Because technically, wouldn't torpedo defense 5 then just be bulging whatever torpedo defense 4 is? Like, you know what? Why can't you just build them bulged to start with, essentially? Huh. Anyway. So this is pretty good. I just don't think I lose that many light cruisers to torpedoes, but I definitely lose some. 30 knots is pretty fast. Do we really need that one extra knot, that extra 3% speed? Is it really worth it for much more survivability? No, you know what? I think I'm going to say no. I think that this new design is what I want. Now, since we're redoing things already and we're kind of going crazy, what if I also tried to include now 2 with torpedo launch, with catapults. Let's just say 1 catapult in the aft superimposed, no, sorry, not in the W position, since I don't have anything there. Okay, so we could do this. I haven't hit save, so it's not like I can, I'm off the, I could just cancel and not accept any of these changes. Boy, it's starting to get pretty expensive though, isn't it? 37.9. You know what? This is fine to me. I think we'll do this and then just drop the mines by a little bit. Okay, so this is looking quite good. I do like this. It's a bit more expensive now, but we have torpedo defense 2, and we ended up getting seaplane. Yeah, which I mean, my light cruisers. In my head, that is really what they should be doing. They should be launching aircraft. So I think we're gonna do it. We're actually gonna do it. Still no self AA, but that's still again by intention. Oh yeah, getting director. I think Trifler mentioned this. I think that this is also probably worth doing. Because this is so many 4-inch guns. I would love it if we could get this number over 40. Because originally, I mean, I think it might even, yeah, it still is that way. You can only move these by 10, which in my brain, it just makes me nervous that things don't even take effect until you get to the next group of 10. There's always those games like that where, you do a little bit and it actually doesn't change anything. It's just a waste until you get to some breakpoint. I think that's bad game mechanics, but because, 39 mines is definitely more than 30 and definitely less than 40. Where could we eke out a single 9? That puts us back up to 48. I think I'd like the ammunition more. I keep thinking conning tower, but I don't want to put it lower than 2. There might be something like obvious I'm missing that would get us there, but I think I'm just going to live with this. Okay, redesign. Oh. Yeah, sorry. We haven't developed director. Well, that solves things nicely. Now we're at 51. We have space for that later if we need it. Okay. Am I going to redesign it? Here's another thing. How much would it be to add more torpedoes? No, that's fine. So this makes this more of a torpedo brawler, 30 speed. Should be able to get to where it needs to go. All right, let's do it. Austria-Hungary apparently can't keep secrets very well. Okay, a new torpedo bomber, which has better range. Debatably, I mean, it's faster and has better range, so I'm going to accept it for sure, but combat stats is debatable. I guess it has better worse maneuverability than what we already have, but better firepower, better toughness, so it's kind of a wash. We'll take it though. I think it's better. Okay, increase maximum carrier size. Well, we don't really need that. I think we're done with our carriers for forever. Rework the design, but in this case, we aren't going to do anything more. So let's just go ahead and build her. And we have no money. No money to build her. Let's at least get the namesake laid down. And that's definitely all we can afford. My goodness, this is much more expensive than I thought. It's almost 2,000. Only 22 months. We'll have this done in 2 months, and then that'll open up 3 more. And a group of 4 is a good number. It's probably what I'll go for. Actually, we're about to... Sorry, I didn't even see this. We're about to finish the carriers. So we're going to have a lot of money coming in pretty soon, which means we're going to have a lot of light carriers. Yeah, I will sell them this because, hey, if I don't sell it to them, they're going to steal it anyway, right? Oh my gosh. Well, that's funny. Exactly what I said. They're just going to steal it anyway. Okay, so now we have more money, and we can start building more of these. They don't have the director firing, but it's fine. I probably will just do that in a refit. And we can get 3 more. Still slightly positive monthly balance. That should generally trend upward anyway. Okay, working up people can just go to reserve fleet, I think. And then we can probably mothball this guy now that we have more ships coming out. Yep. Oh, the Radetzky's out. Wow, that's cool. Unexpected problems. Ooh, that doesn't look good. But with this money, that's actually a lot. We'll build 2 more light cruisers. I know I'm going to build at least 1 more light cruiser. Maybe not 2. Because it'd be good to save some money, and I basically should be thinking about what else we might need. Maybe another carrier. Huh. We'll get 1 more light cruiser, and we'll go from there. I think that we might want another carrier even. 3 is a bit short. Then we can scrap the Fürchten. Did she get... Yeah, she did get refit to higher aircraft. Yeah. She'll probably end up staying local then. Just don't scrap her, but keep her in the Mediterranean. Smoke floats, better a heavy AA. Good. That's good. Oh, they're out. No, no, no. Rechvik, Kagvari, Kataro. Oh, good. So all those air bases were upgraded then. And we have the new, oh, very cool, new medium bombers. This is like such a fun moment for me when we get the new ones in. The speed is almost completely uniform. And it is almost double our previous speed. Wow. Range is way better. What the heck's going on? 2000. Oh my gosh, these medium bombers are all like awesome. Okay. So forget what we had. What we actually now is the challenge will be just trying to distinguish between these different designs. Okay, this is the fastest, but I mean it's so minor. Bomb loads are all the same, so we don't have to look there. So nothing to the right of toughness. Range-wise, they are almost identical. Man, these are like really, really, really similar designs. Which means that I think it's going to come down to the combat stats, and if it does, this middle one is the best. It also happens to have the highest range and the second highest speed. So I think the Lloyd 104 is going to be the winner here. 3, 6, 12, that's better than both the above and below. Everything else is the same. It loses literally 1 nautical mile in range. It actually has higher range, and yeah, well, it's always going to be going out with range heavy. Yeah, but range light is actually better. Yeah, that's weird. And it's fast. No. Yeah, it's 1 knot slower. Okay, so we'll take it though. I really like it. Mag now, countering with a dive bomber, trying to make that government money. Much smaller range, which is not really what we're looking for here. But it does have a 1,000-pound bomb, but the range is low. But is it better? It's faster, has more range. Oh no, sorry. I'm the old one is slower, slightly slower, but longer range, and significantly worse combat. Boy, man, they're making this decision tough. I might need to roll another dive bomber, actually. Because again, when I'm getting a lot of the same stuff, that means it doesn't stand out. I like, part of me wants to say no, but because it's like we already have one, but sunk cost fallacy. No, I think I'm going to say no though, because the range is just, this is too short. I think the current dive bomber has too short of range. In fact, that should be the next thing we do is, you know... Yeah, I think we're going to request another dive bomber. So range was short, so let's do range for the secondary. I think I'm going to go with speed and range. Why not bomb load? Because the bomb load was like has been consistently like the 1,000 pound bomb, and if we're dropping 1,000 pound bombs, I'm actually content with that. I know you can drop heavier bombs, but dropping a 1,000 pound bomb is going to be fine. It'd be nice if it was like 2 600 pound bombs. It's not really a bomb weight category, but you get my point. I'd rather have more bombs. I don't know if does it work that more bombs are like more chances to hit, because then just give me bombs, a lot of them. Okay, Raditsky's finished working up. We don't really need her in active fleet, so we'll just put her in reserve. We can probably reserve or mothball or whatever a lot more stuff now because we have the Radetzky out. So she counts as reserve tonnage, not mothballed. Happy to have her out, man. It's been such a long time. I barely remember her design. Okay. Scientists have finally figured out the workings of a welded hole. Sounds like a useful thing to know. No radar yet, though. That's a little curious to me. I'd love to have that. Yeah, it's on high. We can always help that, though, by like lowering other things. It's maybe lower armor construction. Oh, here we go. High. So, I don't know what else is left in turret and gun mounting. Put this down to medium. Ship design's always, I think you gotta have that one all the time. Put this down to medium. This one probably goes down to medium as well. And then a few lows. AA we need, and this is the one I'm trying to get up, and then, yeah, okay. So I think that's a better distribution, or, you know, I think so. Kind of don't have a great idea about it. Well, 1 second. Okay, back for the moment. Russians interested in buying something? Yes, because you're going to steal it even if I say no. Oh, early search radar. We almost have it. That's great. Well, we have a lot of money. I am inclined to kind of like ride that out until the end of the episode, though, and then see what other people have as far as ideas. I'd like a council, basically. I'd love to have a staff. Have people suggest some things. Part of me wants to build another battleship, dang it. But, you know, the logical part of me tells me that that's not the right thing to do, sadly. Okay, improved torpedo bomber. What? Poor reliability? Yikes. Huh. It's funny because that torpedo bomber had terrible range, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's not terrible range. How's the speed? Pretty slow. I think a torpedo bomber is up next. Oh my gosh, no, yeah, that one's super slow. I might just obsolete it right away. So it's much slower, lower range. It does have the same bomb load. And this is kind of a toss-up. It's okay, it's better. It has 3 better maneuver. The new version of the Berg is 3 better in terms of maneuverability and only 1 worse in toughness. However, the poor reliability of this thing means I'm just going to immediately say don't bother. Okay. Colonial crisis with Italy. They don't have anything to offer me. I don't want to go to war with them. But I'll do it anyway. Maybe I'll do it this way. Although prestige, no, I don't really care. Let's do this one. Oh, early surface radar. Oh my gosh, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, that's a lot of money too. Boy, oh boy. That might be too long to wait. Okay, so I think I'm gonna get another light cruiser. So we have 6 total. What do we have, 7 Mozarts? Yeah. Did we lose any Mozarts, or did they start with 7? Yeah, we did lose Mozart, so they had 8. So we had 8 in the Mozart class, and we have 6 now in the Graf Palffy. And this looks like those guys are going to be ready just in time for the war, whenever, whoever that's with. Even if it started to happen pretty quickly. I kind of need to look at where we're sitting versus other people right now to figure out what we need more of. Part of me thinks that, okay, so we don't need light carriers if we can get away with just using more fleet carriers. We're doing pretty good though. It's only 1938. I think heavy cruisers we're fine on. I mean, we could stand to have some more, but we also don't need to get any more. Light cruisers, yeah, we are actually pretty light on those, but no, that doesn't take into account that we have 6 more buildings, so no, that's 13 total. Even though the Mozarts are old as sin. My gosh, they're really old. Destroyers. Oh yeah, it's probably time to get some more destroyers. It's always time for more destroyers, isn't it? Our latest class was 1932. My goodness, yeah, it's time. So let's take a look at a destroyer then. Okay, so I want this thing to be super fast. I think, don't I have better than? Yeah, so what can I go up to? Is it not giving me an answer because I haven't done this? Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted to know. Why isn't that an error though? Okay, can you tell me what tonnage I can build? It's probably 1500. Okay. Alright, back down to this, 1500. We can't use dual turreted destroyers yet, so we'll probably stick with the 3 5-inch guns, which I think was very effective. I don't mind suffering the 5 extra tons of forward superimposed for that. It seems worth it to me. Short range, speed, oil, this seems to make sense. Unit machinery, how much does it cost? Might be useful. It's the only way they're going to get in or out. We're not going to do cramped accommodations. These guys don't need any. Definitely don't need any of that. Can we do dual purpose mains yet? I don't think so. No. Got a long ways to go, man. Jeez. There's a limit to how many of these you can do. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so let's just take a look at this. 6. This goes, okay, how expensive is that? It's about 30, it's 34. Okay, yeah, this is better to do. Not sure about the second one, but at least the first one. Now, how are we doing with this thing? Short range, that's fine. We'll cover that like in a moment, but can I add another 4-tuber? That'd be great. Oops. So V, I think I'm going to take away V and just do R and W. There we go. And we're a little bit overweight now, not just a little bit, we're kind of a lot overweight, but can we get 4K guns? Yeah, we want that. I want everything. It's going to make it harder though, isn't it? As 18 tons for unit machinery. And we don't have enough ammunition either. So, man, there's a lot of knobs here I'd like to crank up on, but we're going to have a hard time. I guess what I could do is I could make the back two just 3 tubes each. Now, this is still 10 instead of 8, because we have the 3, we had 4 and 4 before, and now we have essentially 2 extra split on. I'll get into that extra tube. I like 10 much better than 8, because then we have, I mean, technically, I think you can, how does torpedo firing work? Do they fire everything from the single torpedo tube at a go? I don't really understand how it works. Okay, this actually gives us 13 tons to work with, which means we can put like 13 tons of mines. I'm going pretty mine heavy on this playthrough, but I am collecting data in my head, trying to figure out if it's worthwhile to do so. Okay, this seems reasonable. Is there something I'm missing? Okay, first of all, how much would it be to go to medium? Wow, super expensive. Oh my gosh, no, that's definitely not possible. Oh, man. This is probably where we'll leave it. So this doesn't do much. No, it really doesn't. Okay, so 9 AA per one of these guys. That's not going to help out a whole bunch. You'd much rather have one of my light cruisers near you, but it's something. So there we go. And actually, that might be the good place to stop the video, but let's see. Virgin Islands, Italy. Let's just let them have it. Fantastic. Magnetic pistols. Torpedoes do more damage if used. Oh yeah, we gotta do that too. But I'm a little lazy to do that. Okay, you're done. I think we just build you directly. I might be missing something. So with the destroyers, like I could wait, because there's just not, I mean, there's no reason why I shouldn't wait, right? Because I can just wait and start building them on the beginning of the next turn. But the reason I don't really care as much about the destroyers is I'm happy to just build another class of destroyers if it turns out I did something wrong with these. I think I'm just going to lay down 4 of them, maybe 6 of them. And then, yeah, we still have a nice high positive budget. Plenty of room for another ship. I'm starting to run out of ideas for ships, though. Okay, the 2 areas I would like to get more of is battleships and carriers. The fun stuff, right? Yeah, I mean, I feel like our heavy cruiser fleet, if I had one more of the newer heavy cruisers, I would be ecstatic. But I'm fine with the numbers as they are. And then just having like a sister ship for the Radetzky, that would be wonderful. Just 2. I really like to have 2 of every class. Maybe I can just afford to build another one, but the thing is, the Radetzky is so outdated at this point that it'd be worth it to redesign her. Like, even just open this design, let's see how much tonnage she's leaving. Yeah, she's leaving 700 tons because of the improvements which have happened since she was built. That's a lot. Anyway, I'll call this video to a close here, so catch you back for the next one. Until then, stay safe, take care, and goodbye.